Shalom. I want to begin a lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akakwadash. Double blessing and honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who told me this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Back with another lesson through the spirit. Just want to come at y'all with a quick lesson, man, and truth on something that we've already talked about, man, but nonetheless, it still can be brought out now. The brother sent me this the other day concerning things that are going on in Sweden and whatnot. And we're going to get into this video. To start, I just want to say fair use, fair use, fair use. I'm not using any of these videos or clips, articles for monetary gain. It's for educational purposes only. The Fair Use Copyright Act of 1976. So it says, imagine having everything you need right under your skin. Your ID, wallet, even your keys, all stored in a tiny microchip in your hand. In Sweden, this is already happening as early adopters are implanting the devices to make everyday life easier. Would you ever consider getting micro C-hipped for those perks? It says, note this clip is from 2019, so it has come much further, right? So it says ID, wallet, keys, all in your hand. Sweden moves into future with micro C-hipping.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID. And he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
You like to touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Yeah, it's all in chip, so I use it like to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks.
Exactly.
So I can't open it.
No.
Okay.
So what I need to do is I need to first blip my chip, and it will log me in, and from there I get access to the fridge.
Popular TV shows like Black Mirror have imagined chips as part of a dystopian future.
Install ingrain procedure with local anesthetic and you're good to go.
In Sweden, the microchips are already here.
See, man, like we've said before, when it comes to these other countries, they're far more advanced than America, man. When it comes to the global plan and whatnot, America is behind in that aspect. But I always reference this because people will see this and say, oh, well, they'll say, oh, well, this isn't going to happen, or isn't going to spread over here because it's in other places and whatnot. It's far off. Well, like I say, man, I always look into the story about Joseph when he was in the land of Egypt. And he discerned that there's going to be 7 years of famine. And it was all around about, right? Because his father Jacob was in Canaan, the land of Canaan, when this all went down. And he would send them to Egypt, his sons to Egypt, to go get food and whatnot, bring it back because they were suffering from the famine. And the Egyptian king, the Pharaoh, thought to himself, oh, well, this isn't going to happen to us. We store up enough food, all this other things, we'll be okay. And ended up spreading out there. It's a lucky. I should have read what that was. It says a number of people are volunteering having microchips implanted under their skin, primarily to replace physical items like keys, payment cards, and tickets. leveraging the country's tech-forward culture and rapid shift to a cashless society, right? And we're seeing the death of the dollar now. It all coincides with each other. Like I said, I'm not going to bring out too much in this lesson, man. Let me get this. And this is all Revelation 13 and 16, man. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, man. And it's really wherever you get it put in your body, man. You're submitting down to the beast, right? You're no longer being a slave to the Lord or a servant, for a better word. It's the same thing, but less harsh, you could say. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, right? And this is the thing, right? Those who take that beast, or not the beast, Salaki, but those who take that sea man are bound down to the beast, and there is no recovering from that, right? There is no recovering from that. If you take that, you're not a part of the elect, and you will not receive salvation. It's just plain and simple. Now, whenever it comes over here, it's no telling. Of course, there's people over here that's already getting it. They've already been. You got to realize, man, through gradualism, you look at some of the lessons I've made over the years concerning this. You had things that they put in stores that's preparing for this cashless society. You have things that they putting forth online that's preparing for this cashless society. They're getting rid of banks, the different technology that they're putting in grocery stores and whatnot, right? In these airports, you have things that's gonna go with these 15-minute cities. Everything is you have to open it with a pad now, right? Cameras and stuff like that. There is no really using keys anymore. A lot of places you don't even accept cash anymore, man. On our campus, we're completely cashless. As of 2025, we're completely cashless. So it says, and that comes from us being inflation. That comes from the dollar losing value, right? The BRICS have been at the forefront of de-dollarization of the U.S. dollar, and the U.S. dollar has been losing its value because once you print more and more money, the dollar loses its value. Then on top of that, it isn't backed by anything. It isn't backed by gold or silver. You know what I'm saying? Since FDR, so there's a lot of factors that go into it, man. Nobody wants to trade with America. You have Donald Trump building enemies here and there. So, like I said, man, we've been seeing the downfall of their kingdom, right? It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, which worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Right? So there is no washing that away, man. There is no getting rid of it. You're going to have that gruesome sore, man. That gruesome sore. Right? It seemed cool now, man. Right, the way they presented, the way they promoted and all that other stuff. You're healing certain things. You'll be able to walk again. You'll be able to get your memory back. All these other things, right? And they're doing a good job of doing that. That goes into the deception that it talks about in Revelation 13. So you also got to realize, man, that it's deeper than this. The scripture spoke about this, right? The scripture spoke about the end from the beginning, that these things were going to come to pass. The prophets of old didn't know what that was going to look like, but the prophets knew, you know what I'm saying? The messengers that we have here that the Lord had put on the earth and presented the house of Israel with to discern these scriptures and discern the truth and to apply the scriptures to everyday modern day life, modern day society. We know that this is indeed the mark of the beast and there's nothing else. Somebody said it was the image of Caesar Borgia, man. And that and stuff like that is going to be why these niggas take it and why you all will perish on this side as 2/3. Because you think this shit is a fucking joke, right? Whole time they just doing their job, but right, you know what it actually is, but then you still go and say something else to lead the sheep to lead the flock astray, right? I'm gonna get this and close it off, man. It's the book of Revelation 16:1. It says, "And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, Go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of God upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a newsome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image." Right? That gruesome sore, man. So even if you try and get rid of it, you're going to have a gruesome, a terrible, newsome sore on you. Grievous sore. That's going to be an indicator, man. And those who fell for it to go around the first time with that C video, they're going to be the same ones that go ahead and fall for this, man. And then the whole time you're going to be like, damn, I realized I didn't have to take this. So I'm telling you, man, that hour of temptation is going to come. They're going to tempt you with all types of things, and that's where that faith comes in, man. Did you build up your faith enough in this grace period in order to know not to take it? Revelation 3:10, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." And it says, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." You know what I'm saying? Don't bend, don't fold. Like the other Amon Gabar says, you know, can't let nobody take your crown. It says, "Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my God, and the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my God, and I will write upon him my new name." Right? And the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth, man. So I'm going to close it off there. Call Allah Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem HaKakodash. Double blessing and honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to those out there listening and watching. And to Israel, until next time, I say Shalom, Israel. Shalom. And as always, we're one day close to the kingdom, man. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Shalom.